Welcome my fellow gamers and going medieval fans to my underground village. This episode is packed with all sorts of new construction, digging and expanding rooms and general village management. It's almost summertime and I have started to harvest several types of plants while making sure to clear the underground space for the kitchen, as I have been having trouble with food production, which I hope it will solve. The defensive structure prototype has proven the concept in the first raid, and now I start the construction of the full-sized version. It will be quite wide and not very high because of the limited range of archers. Another digging project is the enlargement of the food basement for more capacity and better heat insulation during summer. There is also a new starving settler who joined the village just in time to taste the first lavish meals cooked at the new kitchen's heart. If you have missed any of my previous guides, voiced and non-voiced playthroughs, use the links up here and below to find them. So here we are at the end of spring day 11. I am currently in the process of trying to make a lot more food to make sure that I have good food that my villagers can survive on. I'm kind of foraging all the red currant shrubs that I can to make craft wine, but soon when this barley is ripened, I'm going to start making beer if I have enough herbs. I'm going to make sure to build far more rooms down here so that I can actually have my villagers living down here and having all their work done underground and not just sleeping underground. So this is the reason why I'm digging down this whole room to make a huge kitchen here, which is going to supply this basement here. And currently I have the wooden tables here. This is just going to give me a bonus for them eating at the table. I'm not going to have a bonus of them eating at a great hole because I would need a lot of time to dig and build a great hole, so currently I'm just having them be here. Although this person... Wait, what? Ate a nice meal? But he didn't get the boost. Interestingly enough. But this one did. Ate at the table. In any event, the rain is heavy and over here I am making new piles of clay bricks. Now I should have a lot more clay to make these out of, and I'm just waiting for somebody to actually do that job. Now that is construction, so I shouldn't have too much trouble finding somebody to do that. Now I dislike them leaving resources, like I said in the previous episode, like this, so I'm going to try and find somebody who can actually prioritize on this and take it to the stockpile, and then this person to take this to a stockpile, and hopefully they'll do that before they go to sleep. Yeah, it seems they will. And I could have actually had this person hold this to the stockpile as well. Let's just see, do we have enough room? Yeah, we do have plenty of room, and once they spend more of it in the brewing stations, I will have more room down there as well. I do see that cabbage is almost ripe, and I do have lots of meat, lots of carrots, lots of beets. So I can definitely make lots more meals once my new kitchen here is done, and I wanted to outfit that kitchen with an actual fireplace or a hearth, and that is why I am making those clay bricks as I mentioned them a moment ago. I could make the limestone hearth, but I kind of like the look and feel of the clay brick hearth. That is why I made those and the iron ingots. Now I do have to unlock cooking, and to unlock cooking I first need to unlock preserving food and then cooking. So I'm just waiting for them to dig this. They are, at least 5 of them are doing the digging, which means that should be done quite fast. I do have a good supply of wood and sticks, and I do have clay, hay, lots of linen cloth, lots of leather. I'm not sure do I even have enough room. Actually I do have enough room for all the linen and leather, so that's good. Now one thing that I haven't been paying too much attention to are my defenses, which have been here for a while, and I kind of just built this here so that I could get more use out of my new workstations, but I do need a new spot for my defenses, and that requires a hell of a lot more building. Now I could just build around this whole thing here, because I do plan to make that building, the defensive structure, large, and I don't really have to touch anything of that. Whoa! They've actually managed to dig all of this. That's excellent. Let's just check the temperature here in the spare room. 2.9 degrees. With the outside being 23. Now this is kind of hot compared to what I was hoping for. With 88% insulation, this isn't exactly what I had in mind. Let's see. No, the vegetables don't seem to mind, and the cooked meals seem to be okay. So currently we are still okay, even though this is... oh yeah, they're idle because I'm talking instead of giving them new jobs. I do need this hearth built here to start up the kitchen, and I'm actually going to build 2 of these, although I don't have the resources right now. So I'll build one, and the other one once I have the resources. I am going to need a butchering table in this place as well. And of course, in order to actually make this into a kitchen, I will need some wall decorations, and that's pottery. That helps to make this into an actual kitchen. So that's those three. And over here, like I said, I need to start planning that big defensive structure, which is going to be wide but not high, as explained in one of the previous episodes of this Let's Play. The reason being that archers can't really shoot from a really high position, they don't have the range, so it's better to have a wide structure where the enemies have to move in a corkscrew pattern until they actually reach my melee fighters. So I can probably start from here, go over here, and over here, and then about here. So I will shorten this thing like so, and this will be pretty massive. I will need a lot of trees for this, so I might as well start cutting down some new trees in order to make this a reality. So I will first go with the dead trees, and then I'll cut down some of these mature trees if I don't have enough resources. Alright, so they will be collecting resources, and I should probably expand this a little bit to have more room for all the upcoming resources. Down there I should have enough room for all the books. 1, 2, 3 stockpiles for books, the other ones are for weaponry, apparel and textiles, so there's plenty of room there. Over here I will need to expand this a little bit more just to have enough space here. They should be doing this, and somebody has actually not done this in a while. Where are you? Yeah, you should be doing this, correct? Yeah, there it is. He's doing it. So this is day 12. The defenses need to be built up in order for us to fight the enemies when they come. I am going to keep using wood, and later I can go to limestone, although I do have some limestone. I could use at least some of the limestone and then proceed on using wood for the rest of it. Yeah, I think I'll use some limestone and then go with the wood for the rest of it. I should probably give somebody a job to dig up some more limestone over here. Let's see, limestone, clay, limestone, limestone. Yeah, so somebody will dig that, and down here I think somebody finished the heart. Excellent. So we'll go over to making lavish meals, and then we'll edit this so that they do not use red currants, they do not use barley, they do not use pickled vegetables or smoked meat, and that they do not use wood for burning. This will need to be switched over to forever, and up here then I can dismantle this one. So that's that. Anything else? No, actually this could be dismantled as well, since I no longer need it. And soon I should have more clay bricks, and then I'll be able to make another heart. No, is anything ripe here? Nope. Ripening, no, nothing's ripe there. I should have lots of more wood soon, and that should be everything that I needed to do right now. So let's go over to building that new defensive structure, like I said. Now, last time I kind of forgot to put in the wooden beams, so this time I don't want to make the same mistake. I want to use these traps so I don't waste the time that I have already spent on them. So let's say we start from here, go up towards this spot, and I think that should be big enough. Then we'll go, actually I can destroy this whole structure, so that's not a problem. Go here and then meet it here. So this will be the entire floor of the defensive structure, and like I said, this I can destroy because I no longer need this to keep making food there. Food will be done down here, where I can, I think, make a new heart. No, I think this was finished, it just wasn't stockpiled. So I'll put another one over here. This should already be a kitchen, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is a kitchen. Excellent. And ash, yeah, that will be stockpiled somewhere else. They will start making lavish meals, so that's good. I am going to allow for roads inside and outside later, because currently, as you can see, I'm busy with other construction. Now, because this would not be possible, because wooden beams wouldn't work that long, I will need another pillar in between these, and over here as well, over here, and over here, and then I'll have the wooden beams go between these, and this will give all the support necessary. What is the problem here? Do I not have enough wood, or is this too far? It's possible that it's simply too far. Let's see. New pillar here. Wooden beam. Oh yeah, that was just too far. There, and that one. So once that is done, I can start planning out which way are the enemies going to come here and into this building. Now, I'm thinking that they are going to start from this spot here, because I already have many traps here, which they will fall into when they go from here and come to here. Now, that means a wooden stairs will go about here. I don't want to delete these, so here, and then I'll just have to add more traps over here. Now, I don't necessarily have to do that right now, but I will just put in some traps just in case I forget to do it later. A few here, and then I'll add more later. So once this is all finished, I'm going to start a new path from here, and here I can extend this, so I could probably use wicker flooring so I don't waste any other materials. It is slower and has less hit points than the other ones, but I don't want to spend my other resources for this, so I'll use wicker flooring this time instead of wood, like I did here. And it has the added benefit of slowing down the enemies, because roads, as I explained in one of my previous guides, link up here and below, roads allow you to control where the folks, and this is not just your settlers, it's the enemies and animals, where they will go. Because if you place a road that is, for example, a limestone floor at 95%, that's going to be slower, and they're more likely to choose this clay or this wooden one because it has higher speed. So if you were, for example, to make a kill box for the enemies and you placed the clay brick floors like this in a little snake maneuver like this, then they would choose to go through that path. Here's summer. They would choose to go through that path and you could pick them off. But I'm not going to make a kill box, like I said. I'm building something quite different, as you saw in my example here with my prototype. So as I was trying to explain, by using a slower road tile, I am going to slow them down and then be able to shoot them more while my archers are here inside of this building. Now, one thing that I am probably going to have to add is a pillar here in the middle, and that's going to be a little bit of an issue because I didn't... Are these two at the same... Oh, they are. Okay, so later I can just add a pillar here when I tear this down and finish this. So for now, this has to be finished and then tiled so that I have a path for them to climb. So the idea is that the enemies are coming in from here, they're hitting these traps, damaging themselves, slowing them down, losing legs and limbs, and then they climb up here and then take this path through here, through here, through here, through here, and then they climb to the second level. And then once again they have to take this path, this whole path around, until they can climb to the third level where my melee folks will be waiting for them. But I'm hoping that my archers, who will be here in the middle once I raise this up, are going to be able to shoot them down and take out so much of their health that they won't even reach my melee fighters. But as I said, this will take a long time to build. Now, some other things that I might as well take a look at is, for example, are there any more trees that have to be cut? Any more shrubs that need to be picked? I am going to have a lot more cabbage soon. I am starting to think that having just one basement for food isn't gonna be enough, considering how much food I'm making and storing. So this might not end up being a great haul after all, or I could just make another food basement extension up here, or add it in smaller rooms that would go from here like so, and that could possibly work too. It could also lower the temperature of the main room. Now I'm torn between, do I make another big room or another small room? I think a big room would take a lot of space, and I already have these places here which I could use, and I'll start with making small rooms that go out of this room, and then we'll see if that is a good choice or not. So let's go with, let's see, no, not here, down here, probably not the best idea. Let's go from here and then dig extra rooms that are going to be something like 5 by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then let's see if we can dig something like that over here. So they would go out through here. and then we would have one, no, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, I see, that wouldn't really work. Let's go from here, so 1, 2, we don't really need this one up here. Oh, that was actually L. So the entrance, and then this will be 6. So now I'll remove this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And add another 3 5s over here. So these will be extra rooms because they are connected to this room and not a door placed here. They should help lower the temperature of the main room and also give me extra space for more resources. Now, I did kind of end up using up this part here. Maybe I should have gone, yeah, I think I'll go like this. Not through here, but down here. So like this. Yeah, I think this is the better design choice. So down here, and then perhaps even above here. So actually I have the chairs there, so that wouldn't really work. Maybe if I go through here, like so, and then have the rooms be from here to here, and then like this. So that should leave enough of these pillars here to not create a problem here. And we'll see how this design turns out. I mean, I could have just made an adjoining room going up here or over to the right, but I kind of wanted to leave this space here for a grand hall and space over here if I want to make something else or have another entrance. Okay, I kind of forgot to put lavish meals here, so let's say another 20, another 20 here. They are going to use up a lot of these mushroom piles and I think beets and carrots, and that's good. We are making still rough wine and we have plenty of it, so that's good. At some point I might even use some red currants in food, but that will depend on how much ale or beer I'm able to produce from all the barley, because I have placed it twice, once and then I added more, and we'll see how much of that we can produce. I could probably add a third brewing station, especially considering I ended up freeing up this spot here, and that would also free up the space in the food basement. So that would be a third. It's going to be covered by a roof, and I think they've actually finished the layout of my defensive structure, so I can continue with the wicker flooring by like this and then all the way around. I will just need to check, do I have enough sticks for all of that? I have about 500, so let's see if we can cut down some extra trees. Alright, so this is almost finished. Over here they've dug more. Let's see the temperature now. It says 1.2 degrees with 20 degrees outside, so definitely adding these new rooms here has lowered the temperature in the whole room. So this will have bonus effect of not just lowering the temperature, but giving me more space to store food. At this point I am kinda more into that they spend all this meat, beets and red currants, so that way I free up more space instead of actually digging up more rooms. But with 10 settlers, 11, 12 later on, I should probably even make a room for a 12th settler. They will require a lot of food to be stockpiled, so I do need to have lots of room for them. And since I've already started with digging this side, I'll do it like this. And then just like I did here, that was 1, 2, 3 and a door. So 1, 2, 3 and a door, and then 3 by 3. Now I had a comment saying about 3 by 3 might be too much. I'm spending too much space on a single bedroom. I could have just gone with 1 by 3 and a door, or maybe 1 by 3 plus the spot here for a door and space for them to get into a bed. But I kind of wanted to roleplay a little bit more and have these spots where I could put something like pottery or maybe bookshelves, or maybe leave some room for items. Maybe a content patch will be here, and then we'll have more items, and then a brazier. So I actually wanted to just have more room in these rooms so I can place more items there and make them look a little bit cooler than just being small rooms where people sleep. And I hope you appreciate me trying to bring in some aesthetics into my villages, because usually I'm just kind of a person who does everything efficiently and effectively as possible. Whoops, nope, that was several misclicks in a row without going into the aesthetics, and that is why I'm trying to change that for this Let's Play and add at least some aesthetics into my Let's Plays. Now I think they're working on this, so day 1 of summer is almost done. They have finished this and I need to order up some more. I probably don't still have barley. Yeah, so let's go with rough wine. Keep doing this, well, forever, practically. Yeah, I might as well change this into forever, and here also forever. So they keep doing that. I do have 2 people for cooking, so they should be doing this rather quickly. And for some reason, this rarely gets done. I'm really getting annoyed at these folks for rarely doing this job. Prioritize production, because I really need plenty of these clay tiles, because I want to place a lot of clay tiles inside so that they will move faster. And one additional thing that slows them down are so many doors. You can see I have a door here, a door here, a door here, and this really slows them down, and I lose a lot of time during the day for this. I'm even starting to think of removing some of these doors, because I have, look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4 doors just for them to get here, and then another 2 doors to get to the kitchen. So that's a lot of time wasted for them just to go through doors. It's one of the interesting things that doors slow them down so much. Now they have finished building this line here, and because I do need to go up with these, I will also need another line of these paths right next to this one, so like this. And this is where stability comes in play, because if I didn't have the wooden beams, I wouldn't be able to add so many of these extra roads, which I'm adding here right now, and this over here. So that's going to be the second line, because I'll be placing the pillars here, and then they will take up the room. You cannot really walk through here and then you would hit the pillar. That is why I need a bit more room. Now I could just make 3 here at the corner, but I wanted to make this, as I said, a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, so I'll make another full line. Although I'm kind of running low on sticks, I might actually have to use some other material, although there's plenty of trees to cut down, so I shouldn't be too worried about sticks. Okay, so that was summer day 1, and now we are going into summer day 2. I do have lots of jobs for them to still to do, and down here they have a lot of digging jobs. And what is the temperature now down here? 0.2 degrees with 15 outside. We'll see when this hits a heat wave or something, just how cool it is going to be down there. Now this place does produce a lot of heat when they work, so that is one of the things that I was kind of worried about. Would this be a long enough path between these 2 rooms, because this room creates heat and this one hates heat? So we'll see how that turns out. Will these 2 doors be enough? So thermal insulation 0.5, as you can see. That means that this door does really stop all the heat coming from this room into here. That was one of the dangers of having a kitchen right next to my food basement, but we'll see during this Let's Play. Is this going to really hurt me, or is it going to be okay? I can always just repurpose this room for something else and move the kitchen somewhere else, so that's something that I can change in a later moment. Why are you starving? Yeah, you see, when they're starving, they'll just pick up food and eat at the spot. Although this other person, yeah, that person was close to starving as well. So yeah, it's something that I dislike that they do. When they're really hungry, they just pick up food and eat it, while the other ones who are not that hungry will pick up food and come sit down nicely and have breakfast, like all of them are doing right now. Now I haven't checked their moods in a while, I must admit. So half. Why do they all say deprived of entertainment? Yeah, it's a new day. They did have entertainment yesterday. I may actually change their schedule a bit and switch it over so that they have leisure time in the morning when they wake up. No, actually, yeah, leisure time like this, and then like this, and then you guys have it here, so that they go through the day with some happiness that they had time for their religious activity and their games and so on. Now this will kind of create a problem. Well, not really. If these do it from 10, they do not have to do it later, so this can be removed, but I'll leave. These folks might not use their leisure time, but I think they will, so I'll just not remove these guys, because 8 o'clock has already passed, so they probably didn't use up their leisure time. I'll move their leisure time down here, so that they can do it sooner, and then tomorrow they'll do it in the morning. So we'll change that like that. Let's see the temperature in here, 0.8, and this is with 20 degrees outside. So I think this is working okay, but we'll see what the kitchen influence will be on the actual stockpiles here. Now going back outside, they have added a lot of these, so I can safely add more walls. So over here, here, I'm going to try and hit the exact spot above the first level ones, so like this, and here, that's about it. And then I'll add wooden beams between these at the second level. There we go. And then, so this means that they climb through here, they have to go all the way around, and they can climb to the next level from over here. But what would stop them from going from here over here? Huh. So let's see, if we are going to put this one over here, like so, we do need to disable their ability to run from here over here and then up here. Wait, so no. Let's see, if this is here, then no. Let's put it over here, and now they should not be able to go from here and up here. They will have to go all the way around. Now this will slow down my construction, so for the time of my construction I will actually add some more floor paths so that they can actually go around this. Say from here, this should work, from here to here and here, and then when I finish this I will destroy these, and then once somebody climbs up through here they have to go all the way around, hit this staircase, and then go over to the next level. When I look at this, yeah, they should not be able to cross from here over there or around or through here. But if I see them doing that in the next wave of attackers, I'll just destroy this wicker flooring here and prevent that from happening. So because the idea is for them to go around and around and around while my archers are shooting at them. I might even use up the building in the middle for... Oh! Hunger comes calling. When a person whose name I can't pronounce arrived, her bones were prominent and her hair fell out in clumps. Desperation was written on persons whose name I cannot pronounce face, and she pleaded, "Would you take her in?" Luckily there's no downside to saying no. What do you have? You have religious alignment, practically none. You're a crafty gravedigger. This should be good. So botany 9, which is useful, marksman at 6, melee at 14, that's excellent for the survival mode actually. 18 on mining, which is excellent, and tailoring at 11, which isn't necessary. So mining, melee, marksman, botany, and a little bit of construction. This is totally useful, but she does have terrible perks. I'm not even sure one of these is positive. Okay, I'll welcome her, and she'll be starving. -20, so she'll go and eat. She's ravenous. She'll definitely eat half of our supplies. No, I'm just kidding. We have plenty of supplies. Or do we? Where's my counter here? Let's see. Well, this is odd. Where are my meals? Weird. Has nobody made any food lately? What exactly have you people been up to? Culinary? Culinary? Well, they're definitely not hunting. So what exactly? Herbs. I do have herbs for lavish meals, so that's not a problem. And says waiting for resources. Okay, so person number 2 and these two persons will definitely have to be preparing food. And I am not sure why they have not been doing that, because now that I look at this, I practically have no food made. Am I looking at this correctly? Yeah, just raw. What exactly have you two been up to that you haven't made any food? Okay, so rough wine. Maybe they've been spending all their time making rough wine. I'm not sure. But this is definitely very bad for me, because my settlers are definitely going to starve and start eating raw food. And they probably already did that today. Okay, so packaged meals once again into use. I'll need to allow these. I'm not sure how this happened, but they have definitely been working on other things instead of making meals, and that's very bad. Yeah, 8 raw food. That's very bad. So definitely prioritize production. I'll even switch it out so I do not use herbs, but actually the meat, because I do have plenty of meat to use. So we'll switch these for meals, and they can use meat. And actually I need to re-edit this. No red currants, no barley, and no wood for burning, and that's it. And over here, same thing, no barley, no red currant, no wood, and that's about it. Okay, so crisis averted, but this was definitely not supposed to happen. I think I'm going to have to find somebody who also has cooking, because I have so many cooking appliances online currently that I need more cooks. So nope, nope, definitely nope. And this last person should coalesce. Actually, she's not injured, she was just hungry. Hunt, no. Construction, no. Botany, yes. Yes. Mining, definitely. Botany. Cooking, no. Crafting, smithing, no. Carpentry, no. Tailoring, maybe. Intellectual, no. And you can do this as well. So this was definitely a wake-up call for me to keep more eyes on the actual food products, not just raw food, because they were just not making enough food for all of my folks. They were spending too much of their time making rough wine, and I ended up actually not having actual food and had to let them eat some packaged meals to get back into this situation. So 2 lavish meals here, another 2 here. Yeah, definitely need to leave the packaged meals online so that they do not eat raw food. Definitely a bad situation I was in, but I hope I caught it in time before they ate too much raw food. Definitely not something I want to see happen again. So to continue this and the build of the above structure, excellent. So more wicker flooring. Actually, do I continue with the wicker flooring? Do I have the materials? The sticks are low. Maybe I should go with wood for the upper one. This is the third one, so I'll go with wood this time. And give them more jobs to cut down more trees. Okay, so now I don't have enough beds, but I do have a new room that's about to be dug. And they should prioritize digging that. And I don't think they have anything more to dig over here, no. What's the temperature here now? 0.2 at 18 degrees outside, so we are okay when it comes to the basement. This just needs to be dug so that I can actually place a new room, or if necessary I'll just have them bunk in one of the other rooms next to somebody else for this night. But I think I do have enough time for this to be dug before the night is done, although I'm not sure do I have enough time for a bed to be constructed as well. Let's change this to digging just this so that they speed this up. So prioritize digging. Hey bloke, come over here, prioritize digging, and then I can build the bed over here, and I should have just enough time to do that. So let's speed this up. I'll just leave somebody awake until they finish the bed. Who's good at construction? You are. Prioritize that construction, and we should be able to have a bed for her. Maybe just change the schedule a bit so she goes to sleep a bit later. So work, 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 sleep a little bit longer, sleep a little bit longer. Leisure time moved as well. And then you'll work and have leisure time later, and you guys need to work at this time. That should do the trick. Now, are you getting the resources? That shouldn't take too long. Yep, he'll construct the bed and she'll have a place to sleep. Excellent. Now, let me look at the situation with food. So I've used up the cabbage. I still have plenty of carrots, plenty of raw meat, plenty of beets, some mushrooms even, plenty of herbs. But again, I don't see any meals. And there does seem to be lots of stew which hasn't been hauled to the stockpile. And there's even some meat here, so that just means they need to prioritize on this stuff. And now he'll move it. And that's the food crisis situation averted. Alright, so over here we are... Oh, they were fast this time. So the third floor is almost complete. Well, that's actually the second floor. This is the ground level, first floor, second floor. And so if they climb here onto the first, they climb here onto the second. They have to go all the way around, meaning that about here we'll have them climb to the 3rd level. So from here, and we'll have this here. So they will be climbing to the 3rd level like that. So they have to go one circle, another circle, and then they can go over to the 3rd level where my melee folks will be waiting for them, and I'll have the archers here in the middle shooting at them at all sides. So this actually went up quite quickly. I do have a lot more engineering to do and to tear down the one in the middle and then find more rooms for all my other crafting stations, but that is something I will do in the next episodes. Thank you all for watching, and please stay tuned for more.